Good early morning, everybody. It's June 23rd, 2024, and this adorable little painting is by Mary King. And the little birds, one of the little birds is wearing glasses. It's really adorable. But anyway, it's hand-painted watercolors, and it's called an ACEO. They're little tiny mini paintings. But anyway, I received an email. I'm on the email list for Dr. Eric Karlstrom, and I've wanted to read this for a while. But he updated he revised the introduction to his homepage, which is gangstalkingmindcontrolcults.com. So he wanted everybody to read his updated version, dated June 21, 2024. So I'm going to read that for you. Please, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Remember to hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there. A lot of people are being targeted now. They're just rolling more and more people onto the list. A lot of people completely unaware of what's happening to them. So this is updated June 21. The webmaster, Dr. Eric Karlstrom, professor of geography, California State University. Civilian targeting, it's entitled. The U.S. government's dirty war of domestic terrorism. Am I allowed to say that word? I think I'll replace it with just T. How about that? T. The epigraph quotes, number 1, is Michael W. Wynne, Secretary of the Air Force, said, quote, "We have to use it, cognitive warfare, CW, neuroweapon system, on our own citizens before we can use it on the battlefield." That's the way they think. He got fired for that comment. Every time the military gets a bigger budget, like after 9/11, you have more targets come online. And they all have the same date when they come online. That's really interesting. Because I know when I first came into the program and people started sharing when they felt that they became targeted, so almost everybody I spoke to said it was around 2012, 2013, which is right after 9/11. So he goes on to say the most profound crime a government can do to an individual is peer into their minds without consent. The intelligence agencies have come to become a virus, a cancer on all of humanity. We've been trying to concentrate evil as humans, understand it, to create weaponry that attacks the information system of the brain and body. Dr. Robert Duncan, an ex-CIA neuroscientist, author of Project Soulcatcher, Secrets of Cyber and Cybernetic Warfare revealed, 2010, from the CIA DoD brain scientists explain that U.S. government secret, no-touch torture experimentation, murder, genocide of innocent, non-consenting American and world citizens, also known as targeted individuals. Number 2, State of the Nation, which is SOTN for short. Editor to Dr. Eric Karlstrom, January 23rd of this year. Hello, Dr. Karlstrom. As you know, SOTN has posted many of your excellent and extremely important exposés on gang stalking over the years, among others. The body of work that you just sent is also quite urgent at this late date. We will post one piece at a time over the coming weeks. Keep up the great work. Many of our readers have emailed us over the years about how your various gang stalking posts have totally changed their lives. Those SOTNers express more gratitude for reading your truth than anything else we post. All the best. That is from the SOTN editor. Number 3. The Targeted Individual Program is the crown jewel of the deep state. And this is a private public enterprise, a collaboration. And there are just so many people profiting from it. It's not just the defendant agencies, the Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security, FBI, etc., coming down. It's a lot of people that have profited from this. Anna Toledo, the lawyer for TargetedJustice.com, there's a video with Dean Ryan. So he's got a URL link here. Number 4. I've been out here for a year and a half trying to bring attention to drone warfare, electronic assault, because we have 2 sets of programs, bare minimum. One of them is we are protecting everyone with our tank and planes. The other one is a civilian targeting program. It's all just electronic warfare, pay for play. We are killing with computer networks. Network unaliving is their system. Sabrina Wallace, computer network engineer and DARPA Black Project survivor, from Sabrina Synergy, that's her Odyssey name, headed back into lockdown August 20th, 2023, number 76 in 78 Sabrina Wallace videos on electronic and net-centric warfare, biomedical engineering, wireless body area network, regenerative medicine, human harvesting, transhumanism, and gang stalking. Number 5. I dared to challenge them, and they sent an army after me. It's their New World Order boys. I call them the quote-unquote junior high boys. They recruit them out of Special Forces, also known as USSOCOM, U.S. Special Operations Command. Gang stalking is a self-harm term for what is really a secret government no-touch torture eugenics program. Ted Gunderson, whistleblower, TI, and ex-high-ranking FBI section chief in his book. Former FBI section chief TI Ted Gunderson, targeted individual program is satanic, Illuminati, illegal, U.S. government rogue, criminal enterprise. So he provides a link to the lecture video with his notes. And number 6 is the U.S. Department of Defense, DOD. NATO's war on terrorism is a secret war against the individual, also known as electronic, net-centric, drone, cyber warfare, counterterrorism, organized stalking, electronic harassment, which for short is OS-EH. That's organized stalking, electronic harassment. Targeted individual TI program. Cyber torture, authoritarian political warfare, state-sponsored. Domestic T. Contract stalking, open air Gitmo. CIA no-touch torture murder. Total information control and covert transhumanism to bio-robot cyborg. Pretty soon, you know, when you're going through your security check online and Google asks to click the box to make sure that you're a human, we're not going to be able to click off that box anymore. We won't be able to sign on to our laptops. It is also cognitive warfare, new 6th warfare, domain deployed synergistically with the other 5 warfare domains of land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace, and hence comprises multi-domain warfare. The program, quote-unquote, is the modern incarnation of top secret CIA MKUltra, MH Chaos, Phoenix, FBI COINTELPRO, and the DoD Monarch Black mind control torture programs dating from the 1950s. A centerpiece of U.S. domestic and foreign policy, this new form of combat uses psychological and electronic, psychotronic warfare to destroy enemies from the inside out, using the ruse of Let's sing it with me, guys. National security. And the global war on terrorism is pretext, covert, CW, organized stalking, electronic torture ops are a central component of hybrid warfare, fifth generation warfare, full spectrum dominance and information operations. Citizen targets, also known as TIs or targeted individuals, are secretly watchlisted, blacklisted as quote-unquote enemies or terrorists through the FBI-DHS Fusion Center system and electronically tracked, attacked continuously by the NSA Global Spy Network Signal Intelligence, SIGINT. The DoD's Global Information Grid, and USSOCOM, the U.S. Special Operations Command. FBI sources admit that over 97% of individuals on the Terrorist Screening Database, which is TSDB, have no links to terrorism whatsoever. Thus, in contravention of the Nuremberg Code, these individuals are being utilized as involuntary test subjects for the development of cognitive weapon systems, no-touch torture techniques, and bioengineering experimentation. You hear that? All those experimentation words. Experiment. Involuntary test subjects for the development of cognitive warfare. So that's why they're testing our brains. This is why they choose all the intelligent people to be tortured. And then they use all the morons to harass us. I mean, what is worse? Being stalked by a bunch of morons or being experimented on because you're intelligent? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I beg to differ. According to neuroweaponologist, is that a word? According to neuroweaponologist and DARPA EU consultant James Giordano, oh, here he is, the whole of nation approach is required to wage this Manhattan Project for counterterrorism via electronic neural warfare. The perpetrators, also known as gangbangers or goons on the ground, cyber stalkers, comprise a wide variety of job descriptions, including signature reduction technicians. See the job ad here, jobs for gang stalkers, also known as signature reduction, SIG-REDO technicians at Core 1 in Washington, D.C. Irregular, regular, and special forces, police, military intelligence, counterterrorism specialists, military psychological operations group, which are POGs, P-O-G-S, crisis actors, surveillance role players, military and civilian cyber stalkers, ex-police, ex-military, private contractors, citizen spies, police and FBI informants, the neighborhood watch vigilantes, the citizen-based agents, etc. These groups comprise network-centric warfare, coordinated, secret, domestic enemies, and unaliving squads. This new form of warfare includes covert trafficking, targeting, 24/7 active surveillance, including breaking and entering homes, cars, etc., electronic tracking and hacking, and ritual abuse, torture, and unaliving of innocent citizens. Oh, I know what it is. They have to give up all these sacrifices to their Satan. That's what it is. That's what it is. The ritual abuse, torture, and unaliving of innocent citizens, weaponization of neuroscience and technology, covert targeting of individuals and populations, brains worldwide continuously and ceaselessly, the weaponization of anyone, everyone, and society itself, a secret war of tea via psycho-political, psychotronic warfare, and exotic weapons testing, mind control, no-touch torture, unaliving, and bioengineering experimentation, non-consensual human test subjects. Gang-stalking perps, also known as perpetrators, operating within the interagency, notably include Signature Reduction Force, operatives, CIA, NSA, FBI, DHS, DOD, NATO, USSOCOM, financial and political leadership, intelligence and security agencies and their private sector cutouts, government agencies, law enforcement, the super rich, and cooperating corporate, academic, especially neuroscientists, psychiatrists, and psychologists, medical mafia, community-orienting policing, cops, I call them criminals on patrol, community-oriented policing, COPS, criminals on patrol, public-private partnerships, PPP, and vigilante civilian groups. The interagency, quote-unquote, is evidently controlled by deep state racketeers, also known as the enterprise, the brotherhood, the organization, the company, the agency, the International Zionist Criminal Syndicate, which is the primary perpetrator of human child, I don't know if I could say it, blah, 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 you know, playing the organ, drugs, you know, the traffic lights worldwide. Evidence indicates that the TI program is deeply satanic. Perps, quote unquote, belong to interlocking, destructive cults. And the master cult is the synagogue of Satan. Satan. The executive branch, Congress, judiciary, and the American taxpayers are complicit in these crimes, including human trafficking, torture, unaliving, attempted unaliving, and treason. There is no statute of limitations for these capital crimes. Treason, unaliving, attempted unaliving, torture, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. So all you criminals out there that are listening to me, do you hear that? There is no statute of limitations for these capital crimes. You participate in harassing innocent people for profit. You're taking money and you're not paying taxes on that money. Oh, no, no, no. There's no statute of limitations for the IRS coming after your asses. And I included that. Just saying. So this is written by Dr. Professor Eric T. Karlstrom, PhD. He also writes to C, and he's got a URL link here, Scientology, the CIA, and I don't know what this is, Viludes, VILUDES, destructive cults of abuse and terror that traffic and ritually abuse, torture, and unalive citizens. Video. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to instituting new governments laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. The Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. So there are other domain names for this website. globalgestapo.com, globalphoenixprogram.com, Fusion Center Citizen Torture Ops.com. How about that? So thank you, Dr. Karlstrom. There's a free audio book here entitled Lifeline, Essential Insights and Healing Music for Illegally Targeted Citizens. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. So you can go to his website and maybe click on this and maybe download this. And there's a free audio book on organized stalking, electronic torture. Here, let me show you. Okay, can you see that? YouTube doesn't like us to place external links in the comments section or in the body of the email, so I'm not putting external links anymore. The only links that I'm providing now in descriptions, etc., are YouTube links. So, but anyway, let me just get back up to the subject, the title of this, so that you can search for it on his website, gangstalkingmindcontrolcults.com. It's dated June 21, 2024. And by the way, he's got 2,386 posts. What is this? I think the apostrophe's in the wrong place. The numerical apostrophe's in the wrong place. 23876 posts. It's entitled Civilian Targeting, the U.S. Government's Dirty War of Domestic Tea. So I'm going to sign off for now. Hope everybody's doing well. And I apologize for not getting this to you sooner, but these criminals love to use radio frequencies on me and put me to sleep while I'm in the middle of doing stuff. So this is what happens when they have your personal DNA and are mapping out your brain. They will target you with radio frequencies. I mean, we all have tinnitus. I've got very loud tinnitus since I moved to Kentucky. It was not so loud. It was quite faint in New Jersey. But the circumstances were very different in New Jersey. I had a different kind of house, a lot more insulation, more rooms to go to get away from the harassment than here in Kentucky. But anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to sign off for now. I hope everybody's doing well. And please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this article.